Painting complaints. Hi, welcome to the series Paint Shala, where I, your paint guru, will be your guide throughout this module. In this microlearning module, we'll delve into the world of painting complaints. Complaints from customers can arise either before, during application, or post-painting.
How can a complaint arise before painting itself?
Complaints before painting are usually due to a damaged container during transportation or product manufacturing that can be observed as soon as the can is opened. These are also called in-can defects.
I understand. So, what about complaints that arise during application?
During application, when applicators or contractors don't get the desired finish or observe certain inconsistencies in the product.
Understood. And post painting complaints arise post completion of the painting job?
Absolutely. Post-painting complaints are observed over a period of time. That could be due to a manufacturing defect in the product or due to improper application technique used during painting. Let's understand the various types of complaints that arise during these three stages: before, during application, and post-painting is done. Before painting. Packaging defect or damaged package is when you see paint container damaged, seal broken, or the material leaking. Complaints that can be observed on opening the paint can are product-related complaints, also called in-can complaints. Let's explore some common product complaints. Bad odor, in-can. Sometimes an unpleasant odor lingers in the paint container after opening it. This issue is observed in water-based paints due to bacterial growth during storage.
How do we address this problem?
Well, this can be prevented at the time of paint manufacturing by using the appropriate biocide dose in the paint formulation. However, we in the sales or services team can't do anything about this except raising the complaint with necessary details in time. Next, in-can settling. In-can settling occurs when the solid particles of pigments and extenders settle in the paint container during storage due to gravity. This primarily affects solvent-based paints like metal primers and wood finishes. This is prevented by adding anti-settling additives in the paint formulation. Next, we will see the complaint about shade fading and discoloration. Application-related complaints. Now, let's delve into application-related complaints. These are issues that can arise due to improper application technique or due to product defects. As a sales or service team member, we first need to inquire about the application technique followed at the time of painting. In case the application technique has been followed as recommended, then it's likely to be a product manufacturing defect. We'll cover several of them, and I'll provide more details as we go along. Let's start with sagging. Sagging is when the paint runs down the wall during application, often resulting from overlapping dried paint film or applying the finish coat directly over puttied surfaces.
I see. So, how can we remedy sagging during painting?
To address sagging, it's essential to use a suitable primer below the top coat and sand and clean the surface in between the various coats. Sagging also arises due to improper dilution of paint. Next is patchiness. Patchiness refers to uneven color distribution on the wall, with some portions appearing lighter and some darker. Primer not being used is the most common reason for patchiness. The primer seals the open pores of the cement plaster and allows an even absorption of the top coat. In absence of this, the top coat is not absorbed uniformly, thus causing patchiness.
Can it also arise due to over dilution of primer?
Yes, absolutely. It can also arise if overlapping coat of paint is applied on a dried paint film. Patchiness is different from color or shade variation. Color variation complaint is when there is a variation from the intended color. For this, it's important to check if the right product was tinted with the right shade code in the tinting machine and has been mixed using the gyro shaker. If all these have been correctly done, It's due to a product defect. Next, slow drying. Now, slow drying happens when the paint takes too long to cure and form a hard surface, usually during application.
Is this due to improper dilution of paint?
Yes, in most cases. However, it can be also caused by batch-specific issues or poorly formulated paint. Next, brush marks or poor flow. Brush marks occur due to improper dilution or if the paint has been left mixed in an open container for a long time. It could also be due to using a poor quality brush. Next, adhesion failure. At time of painting, if the paint doesn't stick or adhere to the substrate, it's an adhesion failure. This is sometimes observed on very smooth surfaces. To rectify this, we have to ensure proper surface preparation, including sanding to improve adhesion. Low coverage. Low coverage means the paint covers less wall area per liter than intended. This often results from excessive paint deposition on the wall due to incorrect application practices.
To improve coverage, what should we do?
To improve coverage, following the recommended dilution practices during application and using the recommended primer is the key. Now let's understand types of post-painting complaints that are observed over time. These are caused either due to improper application technique or due to product manufacturing defects. To ascertain the cause of these complaints, it's important to inquire about the application technique followed during painting. Shade fading and discoloration. Shade fading complaint is when the paint film changes color or fades over time. This happens due to long-term exposure to UV rays and chemicals.
What can be done to address this?
Well, first check if the application technique has been followed as recommended. If yes, then raise the complaint as a product manufacturing defect. Film cracking. Neha, let's talk about film cracking. It's when the paint film breaks on the surface, causing the paint film to peel off.
What causes film cracking and how can we prevent it?
Not using a primer or overlapping dried paint film without the previous coat drying completely causes the paint film to crack. At times, there is also an adhesion failure when the paint film begins to peel off. Can you guess the reason for this?
Does this happen when primer is not applied?
Yes, it can also be due to improper sanding or not cleaning the surface after sanding. Next, fungal growth. Fungal growth is seen as brownish or blackish patches on the wall. This is observed post-painting and is caused by water ingress in the wall or when the room has a lot of moisture and has been left shut for a long time, resulting in blackish microbial growth.
What should be done to solve fungal growth?
To solve for fungal growth, addressing the source of moisture by repairing leaks or seepage and treating affected areas with biocide solution before repainting it with primer and the top coat is essential. So, these were some of the common complaints that arise before painting, during application, and post-painting.
Yes, and most complaints can be avoided by following the right painting system, by using primer, by sanding and cleaning and surface in between coats, by diluting as per recommendation and maintaining enough drying time.
Absolutely, Neha. You now have a better understanding of painting complaints and how to resolve them.